Bortset fra Roger Moores pressekonference var det største tilløbsstykke nok japaneren Nagisa Oshimas præsentation af sin film Glædelig jul, Mr. Lawrence, med David Bowie i en hovedrolle. Glædelig jul, Mr. Lawrence foregår i en japansk krigsfangelejr i Indonesien i 1942. Jeg spurgte Nagisa Oshima, hvorfor han havde valgt rockmusikeren David Bowie som spiller. Men lad os først høre Bowie om sit arbejde som skuespiller.
I think it was, for me, a novice actor in terms of film and stage. I think it required of me to summon up a lot of my own life's experiences, which I found quite grueling for the first few weeks until I could learn to apply them to the character that I was playing. I've never played anything so unstylized before. I think that's what made it so rewarding for me.
セリアスという役が、この映画で一番大事な役で、つまり男が登場して、彼にその世の意が惹かれるところからドラマが始まる。だから彼は大変強くて純粋で美しい人間で、しかもその過去に対して罪の意識を持っていると。でそういうことに人物については普通の職業俳優ではやはりダメだと思った。それでデビッド・ボーイを使いました。
Den synd Saliers har begået er i sin ungdom at have svigtet sin lillebror. Denne skyld gør ham sidenhen viljestærk og uden frygt. Men de japanske fangevogtere og deres allierede krigsfanger er der ikke kun tale om fjendskab. Glædelig jul, Mr. Lawrence, der snart viser sig hjemme, handler også om sammenstødet mellem forskellige livsholdninger. Saliers mishandles, men beskyttes også af kaptajn Yonoi, spillet af rockstjernen Ryuichi Sakamoto. Yonoi er en forelsket beundrer af Saliers, som han også frygter.
You! Get over here! You! Not just you! You! And you! Come here! Now! Come here! As a representative of the British Air Force, how many experts in weapons and guns do you have in your group? Answer.
You Japanese!
僕がこれは僕が企画したフィルムであるけれども、その制作のシステムに関しては全部ジェレミー・トーマスプロデューサーに渡してしまったのがとても良かったと思います。でなぜかというと、ヨーロッパのシステムの下で日本人が働くのは大変イージーだけども、日本のシステムの下でヨーロッパ人が働くのは難しいと思ったから僕はそうしたわけですけれども。
During your press conference here, there was some discussion of the homosexual elements of the story. It did not seem to me, at least, that this theme was spelled out very clearly in the movie. But is there perhaps some differences in the way this phenomenon is accepted in Japan or America and Europe on the other side?
僕はホモセクシュアリティというよりも男が男に惹かれるで、そこにやはり一つのエロチシズムが生まれるということはですね、日本でもヨーロッパでもアメリカでも全部同じだと思います。
Well, instead of homosexuality, I would think that the fact that a man can be attracted by another man, there is some eroticism underlying that. And I think it's the same expression, whether it is in Japan or in the West, it would be, or Europe, it would be the same.
ただこの場合はその相手がその敵であるということでね、その男が男に惹かれることのインパクトが普通よりは非常にその強いと思いますね。
But in this precise case, the fact that the partner is the enemy, it's one of the enemy, that gives a special impact to the situation.
It is
でついでに付け加えると軍隊というもの、特にその日本の天皇の軍隊というものはそのホモセクシャリティをある程度この満足させることのできるその装置だと思うんですけども、ただ世も原も日本の軍隊の中のマイノリティで不良を扱うという大変この嫌な仕事を与えられていたので、ですからそういったその軍隊の中における欲求不満が敵のオフィサーへの憧れになっていったのではないかと私は思っています。役割がね、そういうかつてその植民地を持った国の人々の責任ということをいろんな人が考え始めてることは認めるけども、まだそれが十分であるとは僕は思いません。
Japansk krigsfangelejr på Java i 1942. Britiske officerer og fanger, de behandles brutalt, men også med nysgerrighed. David Bowie er en frygtløs officer, som efter en demonstrativ reaktion mod fangevogterne tror, han skal henrettes. Tom Conti har titelrollen som Mr. Lawrence, og den japanske komiker Takeshi spiller Shazant Hara. I Cannes mødte vi Tom Conti, som her fortæller om sin rolle.
The role of Lawrence is somewhat enigmatic. I mean, he's a bridge in the cultures between East and West. His character tries to keep peace in the camp. He has a philosophy for survival, and his difficult task is trying to bend other people to his philosophy in order that they will also survive on both sides. He also has a concern for the Japanese, in particular for one man, a Japanese sergeant who appears to be really fairly brutal on occasions, and they have a very strange relationship. 1 minute they sit and talk quite happily, and 5 seconds later the Japanese sergeant is beating Lawrence. But all this has to be accepted, and Lawrence tries to understand the Japanese and take care of the more difficult members of the British troop, like the British officer Hixley Ellis, who's played by Jack Thompson, who is a kind of almost stereotype British officer. You know, that you give your name, rank, and number, and that's all you do, and you make trouble where you can, and you know, it's a kind of thoughtless, short-sighted view of survival that he has. So that's Lawrence's task in the film, to try and help the West to understand the culture of the East, and explain why the Japanese do what they do. It's not because they're bad, it's because they're different. And that cruelties to the Japanese are different from cruelties to us. And the Japanese soldier, if treated in a British prison war camp, would be so filled with shame at his treatment that he would eventually, his mind would crack with the shame of it all.
What happens in this situation where the Japanese officer says, "Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence"? He doesn't understand quite what he says, does he? Or is it a joke?
He knows that Christmas, we should explain a little bit that Lawrence is about to be shot for a crime, in fact, which he didn't commit. And he's taken out of the cells with Celliers, the other English officer,
David
with whom
Bowie.
he has a relationship, the part played by David. And they're both going as far as they know to be shot. And they go into the office, and Sergeant Hara is sitting there, and he says, "Lawrence, do you know Father Christmas?" And Lawrence says, "Yes." He says, "Well, I'm Father Christmas today." And he says, "Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence." And he's giving him a present. He knows that Christmas is a big festival. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't know who Jesus Christ was or anything like that. But he knows the festival, and he's heard that they give presents. So he gives Lawrence a present, and the present is his life. He says, "I'm giving you your life."
連行しました。
入れ。
So, Sergeant Hara, you're human after all.
何？
原軍さん、あなたもやっぱり人間だ。
ローレンスさん、ファーデルクリスマス、ご存知かな？
What's he saying to us?
してますよ、原さん。ファーデルクリスマス、サンタクローズのことですね。
今夜私、ファーデルクリスマス、私、ファーデルクリスマス、ファーデルクリスマス。
He thinks he's Santa Claus. Father Christmas.
Father Christmas. この男と一緒に帰ってよろしい。
You're both free. He's pissed as a newt.
Father Christmas. ありがとう。
メリークリスマス。ローレンス、メリークリスマス。
Marcus.